Hello again, it's Stacey Ashley here, and once again, so excited about being able to go live. I've got enough bandwidth to actually upload at the moment, so I'm going to make the most of it. And the big topic I want to talk about today is about abdication of leadership. So if you are on the live, welcome. I'm really pleased to have you here, and I'd love to know your thoughts about what you notice in terms of leaders who, and I'm talking about leaders who have a role of leadership, and when they step up into it and when they abdicate it. I'm just going to check my live feed for a second, so bear with me while I do that. And I'd love to know if you're here. So let me know. And here we go, checking my feed. Okay, so what prompted this? I was having a conversation actually with a coach training student of mine a couple of days ago, and they were talking about an activity where they'd been asked to step in and to help another leader. And the way that they've been asked to help is, so this leader has someone in their team who isn't performing, and they're having trouble getting that performance out of the person. And so the solution has been, well, we'll get a coach to come in and effectively performance manage this person. And I have some real reservations about that, because it's not a coach's job to performance manage someone. It's a leader's job to try and support that person and help them to actually level up their performance. And so that, to me, is a clear abdication of leadership. You know, your job is to work with your people. Your job is to support them, to develop them, to help them understand what the gap is in their performance and to help them close that gap. If anyone should be getting coaching in that scenario, it should be the leader on how to do that with their team member. It's not about bringing in a coach to do your job for you. You know, there are so many leaders who are wonderful, amazing, do all the right things, and yet there were still leaders who maybe don't know how, and so they let go of their leadership responsibilities. Maybe they ask HR to come and do their job for them, to manage a complaint, to deal with performance, to deal with a couple of people who don't get along in their teams. There's lots of things that managers and leaders, rather than stepping in and doing that themselves, that they're asking others to come in and effectively do their role. You are the leader. You set the standards. It is up to you to work with your people to help them to achieve those standards of behavior and performance and how we do things around here. That's your job, is to set the vision, to set the strategy, and to really, work with your people so that they can make progress towards achieving it. It's not abdicating that. It's not asking someone else to come in and do your job for you. If you need help to be able to do that, then you get help. You get support and advice from HR. You get a coach. You get a mentor, so that you are better positioned to actually be the leader in your group. So I would love to know what you think about that positioning, because I believe that leaders have a clear responsibility to their people. They shouldn't abdicate that. If you abdicate some of those clear responsibilities that you have as a leader, then you lose your power. You lose your power to inspire and to influence and to have impact. You as a leader are only as good as the people around you, and it's your job to have those people, to help those people to achieve their potential. If you give that away, then what are you offering in your leadership? So if you're live, just drop some comments in. I'd love to see those. And if you're watching the recording, then please let me know what you think. So I've got a few. Hey, Robert. Hey, Sanjay. Vincent, great to see you. Mehmet, from all over the world by the look of it. So that's amazing. What is your experience of the leaders around you? Do you feel like they're stepping up? Do you feel like they're stepping into their leadership and supporting their people and growing their people? Heather Joy Bassett, great to see you there. I would love to know, what do you notice? Do you notice that people are stepping in and really owning the responsibility of being a leader? Or are you noticing that they actually give away some of their power by abdicating that responsibility and letting others kind of step into their space and, effectively do parts of their role for them? It's such a key that leaders build the toolkit that allows them to have the right kinds of conversations so that they can retain the power, of being a leader in those relationships. They need to have the tools to be able to, know what leadership is, to be able to demonstrate leadership and to be able to grow the leadership around them. Giving away those responsibilities, abdicating that responsibility, you abdicate all of those possibilities as a leader at the same time. So if you need help to grow your leadership so you can, work with your people more effectively, then do that. But don't get somebody else to do your leadership work for you, because then you're no longer a leader. And that takes away your opportunity and it takes away your potential. So I would love to know, what do you think about this? What have you noticed around you, and what's been your own experience for yourself? Do you feel like you're fully equipped, or is there work to do? Do you need to fill up your own toolkit so that you feel more confident and more competent in being able to exercise all of those elements of your leadership with your people, rather than having to ask HR, can they come and have that tough conversation on your behalf? Or, saying, well, someone in my team needs a coach because I don't feel that I can coach them. There's lots of things that you can get help and support so you can grow your own toolkit rather than abdicating it out to other people. So that's really what I wanted to say tonight. I think it's such an important area to understand that when you abdicate your leadership responsibilities, then, you miss out as the leader. You miss out on the opportunity to learn and to grow as a leader and to actually lead, to have that opportunity to inspire, influence, and impact your team, yourself, the system in which you operate, and that's a lot to give up. So I would really encourage you to think about, how are you showing up? How are you stepping into that leadership role? What do you need help with? And how you actually get that help for yourself so you can lead your people, lead your tribe, lead your world. Don't abdicate. If there's a gap, do something about it for yourself. Your people will choose to follow you if they can see you learning, growing, striving, and aspiring to be the best leader that you can. Heather Joy Bassett says, yes, abdication is a highway to following. I totally agree. If you don't know how, that's okay, but put up your hand and figure out how you're going to learn how, so that you can elevate your own leadership. Alrighty. Robert says, yes, they're investing in strengths in his organisation, high performance teams, and it's having a great effect. Absolutely. We can use tools, we can use input, but we need to actually own the process and be contributing and leading the process of improvement, development, growth. Obviously, just good old-fashioned leading, rather than giving it away and getting other people to do that on our behalf. Use your support, use your resources, but don't completely give it away. Thanks for watching. I'm going to jump off now before my internet dies, which it's been doing quite frequently. So I'm going to take this as a win. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know what else in terms of leadership and coaching and high performance would be most interesting to you. And I've got a little something coming up, so watch out for that very soon. Have a great evening and bye for now.